If you're part of the shrinking minority of people who care about sedans, you may be excited to learn that Hyundai has revealed a new Sonata. Item 1, it looks wild. For a sensible mid-size sedan, Hyundai sure is taking some risks with their sensuous sportiness design language. Those are Hyundai's words, not mine. Normally, I don't talk too much about aesthetic because you guys have eyes and can make your own conclusions, but there are some things to talk about here. This whale tail is a particularly interesting detail peeking up here. And then, of course, you've got the wide LED tail lights. And then the vortex generators. This isn't just for the top roof of a Mitsubishi Evo anymore. It's made its way to the sensible mid-size sedan. Then come to a profile, Mike. I want to point out, one of the things I really like about the profile view is that the designers are using width to imply depth. So this body line right here, how it's narrow here and gets really, really wide, it looks like it goes deeper than it actually is, creating this sense of like a Coke bottle shape. So that's some really neat visual language there. And then if we come up front, this is probably the coolest detail. There's a lighting element right here that slowly fades out in this region, but when the lights are off, this is just chrome. That's a pretty neat design element for, you know, mom and dad's sedan. All that style rides on an all-new platform shared with a range of Hyundai and Kia vehicles. Power comes from a new 2.5-liter four-cylinder for the lower trims and a turbocharged 1.6-liter four-cylinder for the fancier SEL Plus and Touring models. The 2.5-liter actually makes more horsepower than the higher-level 1.6 turbo. That's 191 horsepower versus 180, but the turbo's 195 pound-foot torque figure easily tops the 2.5 liters 181 pound-foot figure, ensuring satisfying acceleration and a combined fuel economy rating of 31 mpg. I'm sorry, I just threw a lot of numbers at you. Hope you absorbed that. With either engine, an 8-speed automatic transmission comes standard, as does a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Inside, the Sonata's cabin features a driver-focused layout, which means, you know, things are slightly tilted this direction. But there's an optional 10.25-inch display here that's not on. But stylistically, this matches the aesthetic of the outside in that you have, you know, sort of swoopy details like this. Here's your push-button gear or drive selector, multiple drive modes that you can toggle fore and aft. Wait, am I gonna break this? Oh, there's a release. I would have broken that if I'd really, really yanked on it. Let's see, a little bit scratchy plastic there. That's fine, soft. Huh, this is kind of interesting. This armrest really sits out like its own little element. It's like its own piece. And these are comfortable seats. I know you don't care about my personal comfort, but eventually someone else will be sitting here, and then you'll be happy that the seats are comfortable. And you can't see it, but I just experienced some sweet lumbar. Oh yeah. Let me hop in the back seat real quick. Okay, let me get the seat steady. Okay. The ultimate test. Can I sit behind myself? Jeez, yeah, I can really sit behind myself. This is outstanding legroom in the mid-class. Oh, huh. Though this trim piece has already come off, and it's not going back in. We'll just assume that's a pre-production component, but assuming the cars you actually buy don't have plastic falling off of them, headroom is great, and legroom is outstanding. Let's see. This is always one of my tests. If I can fold down the center armrest and it doesn't just flop unceremoniously onto the seat, let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Oh, the whole seat's coming up. Huh. Assuming the plastic doesn't fall off and the seat lock mechanisms function, this is going to be a sweet ride. Standard features include 9 airbags, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, lane keeping assist, smart cruise control with stop and go abilities, forward collision warning with automatic braking, and pedestrian detection. And if you look at the Sonata's option sheet, there are 2 interesting items worth noting. The first feature is Remote Parking Assistant, where you can use your smartphone to drive the vehicle into a tight parking spot while you watch from the outside, so you don't have to like squeeze awkwardly through the doors doing the robot apparently. You may have seen me do that exact thing, not the robot, but the parking maneuver in a couple of Teslas. It already exists, but it's kind of nice to see it in a mainstream sedan. As I slowly rotate away from Mike, my beloved camera person and friend, item number 2 is the digital key feature, where you can use Hyundai's app to open, close, and start your Sonata. As a longtime opponent of pocket bulk, as you can tell by my super tight wallet, I think it's great that I'll be able to leave my key fob at home. Or at least I would if the digital key worked with anything other than an Android phone. I'm an Apple user, and you've left me out in the cold, Hyundai. You've made a powerful enemy. And when I rotate back around, you'll see what enemy you've made of me. It's getting awkward now, isn't it? Yeah. Soon enough, you'll see. Okay, this is taking too long. Shame on you, Hyundai. Yeah. Assuming they price it right, the 2020 Hyundai Sonata looks poised to give the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry a vigorous thrashing when it arrives in October of 2019.